Philippians 1:6.
Love
Being
it.
confident of this very thing, that he who begun the work in you, he will complete the work until the day
Yes.
of Jesus Christ. In other words, he is
Thank
going
the
to
Lord.
bring to fullness.
Yeah.
And here's the thing that with that, the reason I call it the long game is because sometime in life, it may not happen overnight. I'm talking about over the long haul. That you are committed to this thing
for the
over
lifetime of your lifetime.
Your home, it matters. You're there to make a difference. Welcome to Home Matters. We are so glad you joined us today.
Yeah, I'm glad you started the podcast today.
I just put on my radio voice there.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
your radio? Radio?
Yeah. Welcome
I
to
think you
Home
said
Matters. Radio. I said it right.
You put your voice on. Hey, we are so glad you have joined us today. I'm excited about our podcast right here.
I am too.
Middle of August. Yes, it's going to be a good one. We hope you will share. Man, we just believe the Lord will speak to you today and something that says.
We are moving this table.
I know. It's wiggling a little bit, but.
If you're moving, it's not an earthquake. Hey, real quick, Marriage Matters.
Yes,
Get
we
away,
are less than a
coming
month
up.
away. Yeah.
Keep plugging that. Love for you to go with us. Charleston,
Yep.
South Carolina. Homematters.family or
That's
beachsprings.org.
Yep, can find
Lead you to
info
the right
there to get you there.
Let's
You can
jump
join
in.
us.
Let's jump in our thought today because again,
Okay.
this is kind of if we can get it in.
you named
I hope we
this
can
one.
get it into. Yep, I
Yeah,
did.
you don't always name them, so you named this one.
Yep,
so
this is titled The Long
you'll figure
Game.
it out.
If we
Yep,
had
The
a
Long Game.
title for every episode, this one would be The Long Game.
we do have a title for every episode.
Yeah, but I don't know.
No,
If
he
I had a
doesn't.
title, that's what I would do. So.
Okay, this is what he titled it today. So.
Yeah, and in that, I just, again, Philippians is a book that I go to all the time. And
Love
again,
that book.
just one of my favorites, Romans, a big book for me. But again, I just know that there's a place in your life that you got to take this thought. And here's what it says, Philippians 1:6. Being confident of this very thing, that he who begun the work in you, he will complete the work until the day of Jesus Christ. In other words, he is going to bring to fullness.
Yeah.
And here's the thing that with that, the reason I call it the long game is because sometime in life, it may not happen overnight. And I think that when it don't happen overnight, I think today, as much as ever,
patience.
we struggle and we don't have a lot of tenacity. I think we lose our sense of commitment. We talked about that last week, but again, I think that it's easy in life sometime because again, you look at when I call it the long game, I'm talking about over the long haul. That you are committed to this thing
for the
over
lifetime of your lifetime,
Yeah.
essentially. We talked about last time as well the vows that we made to each other's husband and wife. And the last line of that says, until what? Death do us part. So when we're talking about the long game in relationship, we're talking about.
And again, I'm talking about life, period.
True.
And when I think about that, I'm talking about every relationship that I'm a part of, that I'm committed to. I've said it before.
True.
I've said it before. If I'm your friend, I'll be your friend. You may not like me, but again, if I'm committed to you, there's not a whole lot that you're going to do that I'm just going to break ties. Now, again, I'm not saying that I'm just going to be friends with everybody if they rob, cheat, and steal. But at the same time, if I'm committed to you in friendship, then I'll go through. And again, I think that it's so easy for us to lose the big picture.
It is.
And
the scripture you read, though, man, what a promise from God that he's with us until the end. He's with us in the long haul.
That's right.
And then we're called in our life to mirror that, to follow after him. So we have that same commitment, understanding that if you keep your eyes on the big picture sometime, I mean, that's the answer. I feel like a lot of times that we just live for the moment so much. That's what you started out with. We're just, instant gratification. We want it fixed. I know sometime in counseling, even with, couples come in and, they think one session and, we're going to walk out.
Everything's fixed.
So magically in love again.
And I think that always in life, I think you have to maintain, we've acknowledged this in a lot of different ways in our marriage and our relationship and leading even a family, even a church is you got to always live from a place that you keep the big picture in mind.
Absolutely.
And I threw this thought into this phrase, the long game. I threw it into ChatGPT.
Oh, did you?
And that's some AI AI app that is out there.
So you just typed in the long game.
Yeah, and I like to see what comes back to me when it comes to that artificial intelligence, when it comes to understanding or what's being said or the information that is out there.
Okay.
When it comes to things that maybe are my thoughts or things that that I'm carrying. Sometimes I finish preaching a message and I'll punch it into a Chat GPT and see the thought that comes back at me from all the information that is out there.
Is it your thought a lot of times?
Oh, it's always my thought that I punch in.
Yeah, I mean, what comes back though?
It's amazing how close it can be sometimes. It is amazing.
I have messed with it.
I mean, I've even taken the thought or a theme of a message that I'm preaching and punched it in and ask it to write a biblical message or biblical sermon on this thought, and it is amazing. It's scary amazing. And again, a lot of people hear that use that term when it comes to some of the AI, and I get it. I mean, it is kind of scary what all can be done, but at the same time, it's amazing how close it'll match. Now, again, from what I understand, it pulls from all my resources, all my notes, and all of that. So,
yeah, I don't know.
But anyway,
I don't know.
Go back to what it said when I said, what do you think, or how do y'all talk? What would you say about the long game?
It says the long game refers to a strategy or approach to focus on achieving long-term goals or outcomes, rather than seeking immediate short-term gains.
Yep.
So gains, yeah. So that makes sense. It implies, this is the word I mentioned a minute ago, patience, persistence, and a willingness to endure setbacks now in order to succeed later.
People who play the long game are often thinking years ahead, making decisions based on what will benefit them or their cause in the future.
Yeah.
And that's pretty good
of the long game.
Yeah, definition or just kind of
a description of
what it is. And you said it a moment ago, some things that we'd already talked about, put in our thoughts is it is, we live in a world that we do want instant gratification. We want it here now.
Yeah.
And again, I think it's hard for us to stay focused on the bigger picture, the big purpose in life.
Absolutely.
Sometime today more than ever before, because everything is
against that. Everything is so
accessible
quick nowadays.
At your fingertips.
I mean, Prime, 2 days. I can have anything from Amazon.
Same day shipping, yeah.
Anything from Amazon.
The other night we'd had kind of a long day, and we're going to pick up something to eat, and in the moment I thought, man, I just want to get a shower. I don't want to go anywhere. I thought I'll eat just leftovers if we need to, and I can, I don't mind eating
whatever.
Yeah,
easy
I don't have much that I don't like. That's part of my problem. But in the moment we thought, let's just do a Grubhub, and
DoorDash. We did DoorDash. Yeah, we
do DoorDash. We've used Uber Eats. Advertisement.
Yep.
Y'all need to give us some money for that.
This time was DoorDash though, and it.
I mean, you made the call or whatever you did. You went online.
Yeah, I did it on my computer.
And in just a few minutes, the order's on the way.
Pretty much by the time you got out of the shower and got back in the family room.
Yeah.
I had dinner ready to serve.
A delicious dinner, by the way.
Yeah.
But I think it's easy for us to live in the sense that we live only for the moment. and we want it right now.
Yep.
And we lose sight of the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Because the fact is the grind of day-to-day life, man, it's hard to stay focused on sometimes.
Well, and I think we touched on this a little bit last time too. We just settle in to where we are.
Yeah.
And don't keep in mind the things that God's promised us. We don't keep in mind the future that he has planned for us. We just kind of settle into our maybe mundane,
but again, the grind of life makes it difficult for us to
see past.
To keep a future, to keep a bigger picture in mind. Our calling, our purposes, our giftings, and how that maybe processes through time. And not necessarily that it always we see the immediate results.
We don't like process most of the time.
Yeah.
Right?
No, we don't. And again, I think that's human nature to a degree, but somewhere or another you have to embrace that.
Yeah. Yeah. I want us to look at, maybe some ways that we can stay on course. We can stay focused on the big picture, as we're calling it, the long game, as you called it.
Yep.
How can we make sure that we are always keeping that in mind, even in the middle of the grind, as you said, even in the middle of the day-to-day, the boring tasks sometimes. Sometimes the tasks of life are just
the mundane.
Yeah, they're just boring. They're just things that
routine
have to be done, but in the moment it's like, what is this useful for? What does it even matter?
I think in life, though, the key is to appreciate the little things, the simple things. And that's what you're kind of saying. Things. I think that first thing, that I'd say that'll help you stay on track when it comes to not forgetting, not forfeiting the long game, is that you simply live at a place that you appreciate the ordinary.
The ordinary.
The little things, the simple things in life, you appreciate that, you embrace that. And even though, there may not be times where, fireworks are going off all the time in life and everything we said back a while back, everything's big and bold and beautiful.
Yeah.
It is just the ordinary things in life, the ordinary day to day.
The day
It
out.
is what I call the grind.
Yeah.
And I think you can live at a place that you can appreciate that.
Absolutely.
You can appreciate that, hey, we got something bigger in mind.
Yeah. I'm thinking about a simple morning and just a simple cup of coffee, but time that I get to sit down with you. That's kind of simple. That's kind of ordinary. We don't get up and, get dressed up and go to the little coffee shop every morning. It's just a coffee shop.
And I said it earlier today. It's Wednesday, so we're 4 days into the week, and I'm like, I hadn't seen you all week. I feel like I was gone some, but again, I thought, hey, we sat down we were meeting somebody for lunch, and we sat down and waiting on them, and I thought, well, here's my wife. And
hello.
Again, it's kind of like we'd been in the run to get to where we were needing to go and take care of all the things. And even though we'd been together some, we'd been working some together on some stuff for home matters, and but you're really not focused in that time, but just in that moment, just very simply put, very ordinary.
Just a meal at a restaurant.
Yeah, and again, I think that will help you to sometimes see beyond where you are.
The busyness of that moment, just to stop and appreciate just maybe a simple thing. Man, that word.
It'll keep you going through the grind.
What about this one? Just having a plan and a rhythm to your life.
Oh, yeah, big.
I think
big time.
The rhythms of our life are so important. And we talk about it a lot, the season that you were in. We did a parenting conference back, I guess it's been a couple months ago now, a month and a half. And that was one of the things we shared with the parents before we left that last session. If this is your season to parent,
then
just get after it. You just parent, realize it right now. This is the season God has me in, but this season is producing generations to come.
That's right.
That's the big picture. But bringing it down to the day to day, just, the rhythm of life is, I'm in parenting season right now, or maybe we're in retirement season. Yeah. Anybody out there in retirement season?
Yeah. And the thing is when we talk about rhythms, I think that rhythms in life keep you aware of the big picture simply because you don't burn out and you don't die where you're at, right? Yes. I think that sometimes when you don't recognize or you don't realize the need for rhythms, I think it's easy for you to just be caught up in that place that you don't ever see an end at all. Yeah. And I mean, when I say an end, I'm talking about the end of this week or the end of this day. I think you have to have, in rhythms, you have to have good, healthy breaks, right?
That's right. That's part of the rhythm. Yeah, you're working hard, you're doing the things, but you have to carve out that space.
If I'm running hard, then I got to know somewhere I get to stop hard. And I got to stop and I got to take a breath. And if I know if I'm in a place where, man, it's go, 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 I'm always that way. It seems that way right before vacation. A lot of times you kind of trying to pile in everything at one time and just feel. But the thing that keeps me going through that time is I see the bigger picture and I know a break is coming. That's right.
Thank God for the breaks, right?
I think that's true of anybody's life, and especially in family and marriage. Yeah. You got to have those. You got to have good, healthy rhythms that keep you at a place that you're going to have a time to take a breath somewhere. Right.
And isn't that true in our parenting too?
Oh, you better
you feel
believe
like that season never lets up, but even in that season, even in that rhythm, there should still be those Sabbaths in there, right? There should still be those times of rest, times of play where we just kind of step back and say, hey, family night, gonna have a good time.
Yep.
But man, those rhythms are so important.
Yeah, and then this last thing, because we're gonna have to finish here in a minute.
Okay.
Last thing, tell us.
Ooh, stay energized. How do you do that?
Stay energized. I know for married couples out there, one of the things that energize your life and keep you moving forward toward the bigger picture is to make sure that the romance in all of your life, the romance is alive.
And that intimate part of your life.
Yeah, and just the fact that I think that one of the things that you can do in life is you can have benchmarks, goals. Some people would say, because a lot of times those do serve as rewards.
Yeah.
When you have a sense of accomplishment, it does energize your life. It energizes.
Absolutely, it motivates you, right? To say, man, we've made it this far. We've accomplished this. This happened well. And that does energize you and motivate you to keep going and maybe to see the big picture that we are making some progress here.
Yeah, the bigger picture, and again, to keep that in mind. And because, again, I think that in this day of quick fix and,
DoorDash.
Again, it's just a reality that we, in the moment, sometimes we want it and we want it now.
Yeah.
And again, you said it a moment ago, you got Prime, you can have... You don't have to wait. You can go get it right now. And so with that, I think that may work against the psyche, if that's the right word.
Does, yeah.
To say, you know what, I even if I'm not getting it now, I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to put in the labor. I'm going to put in the effort, and over time, we'll see that thing come to pass.
I mean, again, what's the word say? Galatians 6:9.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
don't grow weary.
Don't grow weary in well-doing. Because, man, if you just stick in there, you're going to reap, right? You're going to reap a harvest.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing with this one piece here is the thought that there are rewards.
All along the way.
You stay at it and you keep at it and you don't quit and you don't give up.
That's right.
You keep the big picture in mind. And, again, you got to do that in your marriage sometimes. It may not be Hallmark. Right? You may want a Hallmark life where everything is always just falling in place and perfect. Yeah, I know you like Hallmark, and we're going toward the Christmas movie season on Hallmark.
I know. It's not always that way in the middle, but at the end, it's going to be good.
Well, again,
that's right. Long haul.
But usually, here's the thing in life. again, everything's not the ideal.
Right. Absolutely.
And when it's not
nice
the ideal, it would. But it again, the ideal is like this. I've always said, what we get in our mind is the ideal. It's like looking out on the horizon thinking that's where I want to go. And when you get there, you realize there's more room to go.
That's right. You still got places to go.
There's a skyline on out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think if you live life and realize that I may not ever arrive at perfection, mm-hmm. we may not ever get it all right.
That's right.
But one thing we do is we keep a bigger purpose and a bigger picture in mind.
Keep striving, right?
And,
keep pushing for the mark.
Even when it's not so great. Mm. We talked about contentment. Yeah. We talk about contentment all the time. But even when mm-hmm. it's not so great, if you can find that the bigger picture,
that's right,
keeps you moving and keeps you aware. And even when you're not happy, it keeps you at a place that the reward is.
Better days are coming.
Yeah.
Right? The reward is out there.
Yep.
Man, we'll just stay faithful, doing what we know we're supposed to be doing. And if we be faithful, or whether we're faithful or not, God's faithful to his word, right?
Yep.
His word's always faithful. We'll reap a harvest.
We got to go. Last thing, let me just say this, just simply put. A lot of things in life, we've said it already, but it just takes time.
Takes some time.
It takes time. Keep the big picture in mind. Play the long game. Mm-hmm. Even when you feel like you're getting you're getting knocked a little bit along the way, keep the long game in mind.
That's right.
Keep moving there.
That's good. I like your title, The Long Game. Man, we love you so much.
Yep.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, always remember, we do Home Matters because your home does matter. And again, share with your friends, your family, and always love to see you. We'll see you next time.